Hey guys, and welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot 2 walkthrough on the Golfing Gamer. Last time out we began work on Warp Room 4, and today we'll be continuing that work, beginning with Cold Hard Crash. I happen to have 2 Akuaku masks already, so I can just run through this bit. It certainly helps having those masks and the invincibility that comes with it. Oh, okay. I don't appear to be collecting all the boxes. I'm sure there's a reason for that, I just can't remember what it is right now. It'll come to me. As we go on, well, we'll see anyway as we go on, but I'm sure I'll remember in time. I guess for now we're not collecting the boxes, we're just going to go for the crystal, at least, I think. And some other sort of gem, I guess. It's been a while since I've played this, I can't really remember what I'm doing. But that was stupid. Watch out for that porcupine. He runs all the way out. And for some reason I fell for that twice. If I just managed to keep my second mask, I could have had invincibility again. Not that would be very useful for collecting boxes right now, apparently, but at least it would help getting through the rest of the level quickly. Right, I guess we're taking that death path. Oh, I think I know what it is now. Yeah. Yes, of course it is. Alright, I'll explain it now. When we get to the end of this, the gem is over a hole at the end. If we do that, if we collect the gem, we can't then hit... Well, we can hit the exclamation mark box at the end, but we can't then go back to the boxes we walk past, or box we walk past at the beginning of this path. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to collect a gem here, probably get the crystal on the way out, and then come back in to get the boxes, which will then require me to go down this path again, get the exclamation mark box at the end, go back across the whole thing, get the box it fills in, or those boxes as well I suppose. Which is handy, I suppose, so I can get back over that. Those steel boxes. But then yeah, carry on with the level. Jump back on the platform, carry on with the level, and collect the box gem that way. I just lost both masks there in a matter of seconds. That's got some sort of record for me. There you go. I got the gem, but I also panicked and jumped into the exclamation mark box, so at least it was filled in. We can't get that just yet though. Yeah, that's the crystal, so we are just getting that gem and that crystal. Okay, I'm all caught up now. Don't spin that penguin into the TNT boxes. We've seen how that works with a rat and nitro plate, so I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I still hit the exclamation mark box for the nitro crates, despite the fact I am not even going for that gem. It just makes me feel better about myself. It's personal preference. We'll be back for you, you pesky box gem. In the meantime, we got our first crystal and our first gem of this part. And straight back in. I'm gonna get that box gem now. I say it would be more useful to have the invincibility now. Because it would save a lot of time with these boxes. Yeah, that's good timing there. On my part. Yeah. Didn't think I did that first time. Somehow. Definitely not as cool doing it like that, but I guess we've got all the boxes still. And believe it or not, this probably isn't even the hardest level to complete, getting the box gem in. There is one much harder. I believe that will be coming up either in the next part or the part after that, depending on how long it takes me to do it. So we finally got to that point where I haven't actually recorded the gameplay beyond this. But I will be recording that soon, obviously. So I need to get the next part out tomorrow. Pointless platforming there before the bonus actually starts. You've got multiple TNT crates next to each other like that. Don't fall into the trap of bouncing on one and then try to jump forward, because then you'll just bounce again and you won't be timing down. Believe me, I've tried this before and I've failed. Jump on one of the crates, land on it again, and then just run across them. That's the best way to take them out. Well, not take them out. Well, take them out, but also get across them. I'm going to fall for that this time. I shouldn't have fallen for it last time. I remember that TNT crate being underneath that icicle. I mean, stalactite. Tights hang down, don't they? Oh, I wish I hadn't said that. But it's a good way to remember them, though. Well, that was brave of me. I tend to wait an extra cycle before doing something like that, but I went for it that time. Right. Back to the bonus path. Death route. That's the box that gets filled in. You have to travel all the way down there, obviously getting more boxes along the way, to hit an exclamation mark box which just fills in pretty much that one box for us to take out. I could have come back for that box, I decided to get it now in case I forgot it later on. It's going to fill that box in, it's going to fill 2 steel boxes in to complete what I can only describe as pretty much a middle finger to the fans that bought the game and the fans that are stuck with the series all these years. So yeah, thanks for that, Vicarious. Thanks a lot. I don't know how else you can interpret it, really. You'll see it in a minute. There it is. How would you interpret that? That has to be a middle finger to us. And not in general, more for the fact you have to try and complete this task. I don't think Vicarious and Activison are actually giving us the middle finger. Well, at least not Vicarious. I kind of did that half deliberately. I was trying to just about get through so I don't slide off the end here. Because you could easily slide through and just fall off the edge. Again, hence the middle finger. That's it that time. I also skipped this time. I probably should have done that since you've already seen this path already. I should have done that for the whole thing, really, just skip to when we get to that box. But I made you watch it again. and you could say that's karma. I mean, from my perspective it's already happened, but yeah, that's karma for that. That was so lucky, I forgot about that. Almost fell into the nitro, managed to about pull myself away. I think the game kind of felt sorry for me. I think I come all this way. The ordeal's not actually over yet, because for some reason I decided to spin that checkpoint before I actually went onto the path, so I haven't got a way to save my progress until much later on. Because we couldn't get the box gem last time because we skipped this bit out. There's always some boxes down here as well. That's why we had to come back. But now we can get all the boxes and finally be done with this snow level. Don't know how that worked. We just spun it into the wall. Looks like I didn't get blown up then. You could see I'm taking my time here. I do not want to make a mistake here. For you it wouldn't be so bad. You just see, I just cut back to when I get back here again. But for me, I mean, it's taken about, what was it, 7 or 8 minutes probably to get to this point. I have to do most of that again just to get back here. So from a playing perspective, it wouldn't be ideal. Took my chances there with the penguin again. Right, that's the checkpoint. We are now safe. Normal service can now be resumed. Although I'm still pretty careful then. And for someone with a gaming channel, I'm not a particularly good gamer. I always play carefully. Even now, I mean, I've got the power of hindsight. I know what those boxes are doing. It's just pretty much filling in one of those boxes every time. I'm still taking my time, making sure I don't, you know, hit an unexpected nitro crate or something. This is some really tight platforming here. Oh great. You didn't see this, I just managed to pause the gameplay somehow, so now I'm going to have to try and realign this bit as well. That's going to take an extra God knows how long for me to do. Oh, I'm an idiot sometimes. Right, you recognise this bit. That's where the hole in the death route takes us to. Or didn't explaining actually. Oh, wouldn't it be hilarious after all this we missed one box somewhere? Wouldn't that be hilarious? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Not sure why I'd say that before we even get to the end of the level, but yeah, you can see now we've got 15 to go. I finally learned to press, well, I learned at the beginning, but I pressed triangle for the first time to see how many boxes were left. That'll be the majority of the ones that are left as well, gone, hopefully. Take some time there. In case you're wondering how I was doing the commentary, he says in episode 7, part 7 of this, after I've edited the footage down, so taken out all the replays of, well, basically getting back to where I would have died at any point. Once I've taken all that stuff out and, you know, put in transitions and stuff like that, I then watch it back and I commentate over that. basically the original plan was I would play it and then commentate over it straight away so it's fresh in my memory, but it didn't quite work out like that, so I probably played this originally a couple of weeks ago and I'm now just commentating over it. But yeah, that's the magic behind the golfing game. Meanwhile, some sorcery in this level. Someone decided to put a nitro crate right behind those boxes. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I'm assuming I left those boxes to get blown up by that nitro crate. I'm pretty sure I can complete this level. I've gathered every other box, so maybe that is what I'm doing. I assume that those nitro boxes were there to create some sort of challenge. And if you want to create a challenge with nitro boxes, this is what you do. Great platforming there. Couldn't have done better myself. Quite literally, seeing as that was me playing. Yeah, go. Don't know what I was hanging around for. Right, yeah, we're going to come back to that green platform later on. Just going to casually die there. Anyway, the first time I died without any transition, I believe. Mainly because this is, you know, this is literally where we go from. If I died several times there, I would have put a transition until when I actually get past it, but I managed to do it first time that time, so go me! This is one of those bonus levels where you kind of hope if you do, well, you don't make a mistake, because you can't really, you know, cut that out very easily without it being obvious. But there we go, that's my mistake. I can't get back up there. Try several times to get back up there, but I can't, so it's time to end it all. A bit dark, but yeah. What you have to do here is what I'm going to do now. Get as far to the right as you can, do the body slam, and then use that. Use the smaller pile of boxes again to get back up and finish the job. Wish I'd known that first time round. Or at least just done it properly first time round. Yeah. Don't have many more issues completing this now. Just recognise when you need to do a crouch jump and you'll be fine. It's a delightful way to finish off what's already a difficult bonus room. Don't know what happened there. I got lucky there, I wasn't actually thinking about the fact that the box below me was going to break after I jumped. Luckily I managed to take control quick enough to actually get out of there before I died. Okay, that's most of the boxes leveled. They've only got, counting, 18 more to go. In case you were wondering, no, there aren't any boxes in the green bonus level. More great platforming by me. Just about get away with that as well. There's much room for error there, is there? Luckily we got past it as a checkpoint to reward us. see, it's quite a lot to do in Warp 4. Because this this part alone, we've had to play Cold Hard Crash twice. And we're going to now have to play Ruination twice. Come back into it and complete that green gem path. I don't know what the last level is, and this is the last level. I don't know. Must be another one. I think we only played 4 so far. There's probably quite a lot to do there still as well. I got the checkpoint before I go back for the nitro switch. Why? Because I kind of hoped I could do it first time. And I believe I do. Yeah. I didn't want to die there and then have to repeat the part I just did over again. I think it took me a couple of attempts to get past that. We, again, cut past that. In that way. So yeah, I didn't want to do that again, so I got the checkpoint before I actually came over here. I got the nitro switch and then finished up the level. There we go, that is 2/3 of Ruination done. I was about to say we completed it. No, we've got to come back in once more for that green gem bath, which I keep talking about. Yeah. Got to play Behaving still. That's not so bad. We only have to go in there once, I believe. But as you can see, there's still 2 gems to get out of there. One of them being the last colour gem. We're almost done collecting those. This is what they're used for, to activate these sorts of paths. I mean, I probably could have jumped to that platform from the checkpoint. Assuming it lets you in that way. I don't know what the point of that was, really. Let's look at that timing right there. Good spinning. Make sure you stay in the middle of these platforms best you can, otherwise you fall off one end or the other. I thought it was going to be another one of those gorillas throwing logs then, but looks like there isn't. But there is here, I believe. Yes. We've got one at a time. Nice and easy. Almost took a hit there, but lucky didn't. And see the gem there as well. All in all, job well done. That is Ruination complete now. Let's get the boxes again, so we can just skip to the end of the level. And that just leaves Behaving to do. Well, that and the boss of this water room, of course. Don't forget the boss. Isn't it great how I never actually say the name of the boss? I'm trying to keep it a surprise, even though we all probably know what's coming. Still, if there are any first time watchers of the game, players, if you haven't played this game before, I'm going to try not to spoil anything for you. Although I probably have laid down some spoilers already. Wasn't supposed to go underground, I was just trying to spin those boxes, but forgot about where I was standing. I got lucky there. You're not safe from those guys under the floor there. They will just whack you with their hammer still. So, yeah, don't think you're safe down there with them. Anything else, bees. Well, I say anything else. Pretty much just bees. Bees and those piranha plants. Wasn't sure if you could actually hit the nitro. I think in the original game you could hit the nitro while you're under there and you'd live. But in this game they decided not to include that. You hit the nitro under there and you're dead. So it wasn't worth going for that box, even though I think it's probably alive. You may have noticed in this level, unlike the first level with the beehives, more bees now come out. Larger hives mean larger bees, so gotta watch out for that. There's so many bees now. Actually get the time right here as well, you don't want to be running into the electricity. I just about manage it. Okay, what you're going to notice in a second is something looks to be a bit out of place. If you read the hint, you'd also know this as well. It's coming up pretty soon, in fact you can see it right now. Anything look odd about this scene? Maybe the nitro crates, maybe? Then why would there be a group of nitro crates not blocking our path? I mean, that's all they live for, isn't it? Cause mayhem for us. But yeah, you can already see earlier. I spent too long monologuing about that. It's actually another secret portal. Only this time it takes you to another part of the level as opposed to the warp room. As far as I know, you can't actually kill those creatures with the armour on. You can bounce on them, but you can't kill them. Unless you actually, run to a nitro box nearby or something. But yeah, you kill yourself then as well if you haven't got an Aku Aku with you. As you may have guessed, this is how we get the purple gem, the final of the colour gems, at the end of this path. Having said that, have I picked it up already? I think I picked it up right at the beginning. Happens to be Aku Aku Arse just lying there. I'll take that, thank you very much. There we go. For some reason we leave via a bonus level platform, but I'm not complaining, I'm just glad we're done. Takes us a little bit back down the path. Took me about a second to figure that out, but yes, we go over here. There's the nitro steps again. And just carry on the level now. Get our crystal, get our gem, and I believe we've actually completed Warp Room 4 as opposed to, having something to come back for. Because there's the only warp you can do that in, but of course you can do that in Warp Room 5 as well, since that's the highest level of the warp rooms. There's nothing else to backtrack from. Having said that, we've got to get the time relic still. So I suppose there's that. And you'll find out what I mean about that in a minute. In a couple episodes time. My god, I am not with it. I've been talking for too long. Yeah, it's on a season as well. I get a feeling a bomb just bounced off me. Didn't know they could do that. I suppose it's like they don't explode an impact, do they? So I guess that makes sense. Well, there's sections of each of these platforms with steel crates. Just adds to the challenge, I suppose. I decided it's not worth trying to get each of those boxes this time. Just let them get blown up when we hit the switch at the end of the level. Probably the closest you can get to downtime in this level. It's a bit of platforming. And actually, as you can see, we're almost at the end of this level as well. Door's just there. Every box collected in this level, that is 2 gems and a crystal in total from this level. And we are done with Warp Room 4. I say we're getting close to the end, but we've barely scratched the surface. I think this is definitely worth a little Coco dance.
Crash, I have discovered that the opposition is being masterminded by Dr. Nitrous Brio, the inventor of the Evolvo Ray. Brio was responsible for our misunderstandings in the past. He forced me to assist him in his plot for world domination, and he's at it again. He will attempt to stand in our way. Be on your guard, Crash. Deliver the crystals to Engine.
Oh, there you go, that's our 4th boss. Engine, Dr. Engine. For some reason, in the original game, when Cortex says deliver the crystals to Engine, he shouts at us like a demand, you know, give the crystals to Engine! This time he just says it enthusiastically, I'm not sure why. Well, it makes more sense, I suppose. I don't know why he'd be demanding us to do that. Here we go, that's what all the gathering of Wumpa Fruit's been leading up to. We're now going to chuck it all at Engine to defeat his robot. How creative. As you can see, there's 2 targets to aim for. The hands both shoot out lasers. Make sure not to get caught in the laser, otherwise you will die. And that includes when he opens it. Sometimes as well, he will just fire the laser. Like now. Slide a crawl underneath it. Probably slide actually, I get the feeling that's why I'm sliding. If you try and crawl, he can hit you with it still, I think. I'm not sure why they send him so far wide as well. You can barely get any hits on him, but there we go, we got one of them. And look at that, he's probably opened it now, and there's no way you can throw a Wumpa Fruit at that. There goes number 2. It's amazing how number 1 looks ready to go at any moment, number 2 looked nowhere near finished. And yet, we pretty much got them at the same time. This time he fires rockets, you've already seen what he does with them. You see the targets on the floor, that's where they're going to land. So make sure you stay out of the reticules. Try and get the old Wumpa Fruit to hit the target as well. Certainly helps. Oh, I thought it was going to go then, number 2. I think we're getting close though. Yeah, we got number 2. Okay, now there's only 1 left. The fire rate changes. I'm not sure we'll get to see it or not. I think we will. Just about, yes. Instead of firing 3 rockets, it fires 1. This time it shoots across the platforms like that. Just jump over it. Not too hard to dodge, just make sure you get your timing right. And somehow I took that out. Finally he's going to fire a green laser at you. You've got to move quick. Throw a couple of Wumpa Fruit forward and move. Otherwise he will just obliterate you. For some reason he doesn't come over to this platform. at all, so I had to eventually move back to the centre and continue shooting at him. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next part, we will be beginning the final Warp Room 5. The last hurrah. If you like this video, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon to get notifications when the next video is coming out. Until next time, I will see you soon.